Good day, Gateway. My hope now is to answer the big question on everyone's mind, and that's what's next? And that is a big question that I'm going to attempt to answer with 5 different points. The first what's next is it's Mother's Day weekend. Mother's Day weekend. It has been a tradition at Gateway to take Mother's Day photos for at least 5 years, and we're not going to let this year stop us. Many of you signed up for porch sessions. And so on Saturday, if you've signed up, a professional photographer is going to show up at your home to take your family portrait. Probably a great time to take a shower and get out of your pajamas. And then Sunday is a very unique Mother's Day message brought to you by our staff wives. There are a bunch of kids represented on our staff. And so our staff wives are going to bring that Mother's Day message. And I look forward to that. That's what's next, number 1. What's next, number 2, would be on May 17th and 24th. I'm going to start a new series. It's a brief series, but how to launch us back into, I'm calling it No More Normal. I don't want to go back to normal. I don't believe you want to go back to normal. In fact, I don't think we were created for normal. God created us for extraordinary. And so I want this time that we've been, 3 months apart, I want those 3 months to count for something. And I want them to drive us to extraordinary. I want to show biblically how God moves us from normal to extraordinary. That's number 2. Number 3 is when we come back together, we're going to do it differently. And so that's going to require some new leadership and some new training. And so on May 26th and 28th, that's a Tuesday and Thursday, we want to open those times up for any new leader you've been waiting to lead and you want to lead. And any of our old lead team, we want to invite you back to one of those 2 services. It's going to be worship and prayer, and then some new training on how we're going to have to go back to in-person services. If you'll do this for me, if you'll go to gatewayfranklin.com/lead team, I would like for you to RSVP for one of those 2 time slots, one of those 2 dates for training and for worship and for prayer. I'll be excited to see you in person. And I'll be excited for us to kind of link arms again together on how we're going to move forward. Number 4, you may have participated in the Beyond Our Walls event 1 several weeks ago, where 4,500 different people from 18 plus churches gathered for a time of worship and prayer in a drive-in format, where we're going to do a Beyond Our Walls 2 on Pentecost Sunday, May 31st. Pentecost was the launch of the church in the first century. And after being closed, really, physically closed for 3 months, there's about 50 churches that are going to gather together to relaunch on Pentecost Sunday, 2020. There'll be 2 different services. Both will be streamed, but in person you can drive in at 10 a.m. or 5 p.m. And that's going to be an exciting thing to participate in, and that's number 4. Now the 5th. Pastor, when are we starting our in-person services? We'll be doing that on June 7th. So on June 7th, we will have 4 different venues in which to participate. As always, the first venue is our online community, which is growing into its own thing. And we want to encourage you that this is still a great way to participate with Gateway in worship. That's venue number 1. In-person venues, there's going to be the sanctuary, the kids area, and the student area. In order to comply with all the social distancing guidelines and the guidance from the governor, we're only going to be able to seat 170 people in those 3 different venues. So I need you to RSVP, and you can even start now. You can RSVP at gatewayfranklin.com/save-my-spot. You can choose the venue that you want to participate in. Sanctuary, everyone's welcome. The kids area, families with kids. And in the student area, adults only. But you can sit, anybody can sit in the sanctuary, but we need you to go to that website and to RSVP. If that fills up, we'll add services to accommodate. But again, 4 venues. Online, if you're still not ready to get out in person, our online campus is a great place to worship. Your home is a great place to worship. If you're ready to come in person, those 3 other venues, and that will begin June 7th. I can't wait to get back in a room with y'all so that I can hear you laugh when I say something funny. Any questions, you can always email me directly, charlie@gatewayfranklin.com.